All right, you guys, we are talking about post-party host coaching, okay? So a lot of people think that the party just ends at the party. And the truth is so many more bookings, so many more sales can come in after the party. So it's really important to kind of have that mindset and know that you can continue the momentum until after the party. So we already talked about how I get on the phone with my hosts the day after and talk about the business opportunity. And if she does say no, then I go ahead and say, okay, well, great. So here's where you're at with your sales. Here's how many parties you have. And here's what you're going to get. And so I let her know where she is currently. And then I'm always telling her, I know that you've got some people who want to order. And so I've got a shopping link that you can use to send out to all of your friends and your family. And really, you can earn so many extra rewards by the more sales that you come in. So as you're getting people ordering and everything, those perk monies is just going to continue to go up. So here's what I would recommend doing is I'm going to send you, once we get off the phone, I'm going to text you the link to order and a short video of the starter pack, which we talked about. And then I'll also send you a quick little video of the new spring products that got rolled out. And then you can send that off to everybody. And typically, we can keep the party open for about a week. How does that sound? And then that person is going to say, yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, awesome. And then I say to them, okay, the last thing that I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about the different people that you know that would be really good at doing the next party. Because once you get 3 parties, then you're going to earn my 3-party incentive. And you guys, for me, for my 3-party incentive, I always do this at every party, that once somebody gets 3 parties booked, I gift them the Lyocell bath towel, the face and body cloth, and the hand towel. But I do not give that gift away until all 3 parties are held, okay? You're securing your investment that way. And when we have 3 parties, then that commission is what I use to be able to pay for that. Also, if you have shopping spree money, any perk money that you can use that as well. So now the host knows that she's going to get extra rewards for having people order and book parties. You've got an amazing incentive, and you let her know that you're going to close out the party in about a week. Okay. So throughout the week, as orders are coming in, I'm letting her know, hey, just want to let you know, so-and-so placed their order, or so-and-so placed their order. You're up to this in sales, right? It's just like a quick little check-in. And if it's crickets, if you haven't heard from anybody or nobody's putting orders in, then our job is to check in with that host and say, hey, just wanted to check in and see if you were able to get the link and the video out to your friends. I haven't seen any orders come in yet. And, again, let them respond. And if it's crickets, we're picking up the phone, I'm calling. And again, it's that relationship building all the way throughout the party. So also what I do is I copy and paste this little blurb that I have about, thanks to everybody who was able to make it. If you weren't, here's the link, here's a video. If you want to learn about Norwex, I put that in the Evite as well in the messages part. And again, there's not a ton of people who look at that, but you never know who's looking. And, people can be watching the video. They can send that video, whatever it is. So that's really important too. So I do that at the close of my parties. But I would say the most important part is to be working with your host one-on-one until that party is completely closed out. So now it's the end of the week. All right. So now I am letting her know, hey, are we waiting on anybody else to order? Are you ready to close it out on the day that we talked about, or do you want a couple extra days? And again, I always leave it open for a couple of extra days just in case. And it's just a really great way to touch base with your host to say, were you able to talk to anybody about doing a party too? Because once we get that date in, and we can, you'll get the credit as well. So again, just that open communication is huge. The other thing is, once your party is then you close it out, I always get the list from my host of what she wants, and I just put it in so then I know it's done. And once that order is done, I call her for her credit card number for the 50% off items. Boom, I'm submitting it. Then I know it's completely closed out. So now your wedding, right? Your event is going to be completely closed. So you had a successful start of that event to the finish of that event. And once that party is closed, the host rewards are used, then it's off your calendar. All right. And again, and then this is where, you could talk about the VIP event or the VIP group, if you have a VIP group, and getting everybody in there, and just, any follow-up stuff, and let your host know you're going to get everything within 5 to 7 business days. It's super exciting. I can't wait for you to use everything. So again, you guys, the after the party is super important to get extra orders and extra parties booked. I know this is a really great tip that I love. Laura Little, what she does is that she will not even count the party as a booking until she has her guest list in front of her and the Evite is literally out. And I think that's so smart, because then that creates even more it creates more urgency to be able to get that list over to you and have really successful parties and always a full calendar. So the goal of everything, you guys, so at the end of the day, what I want you to think about is having a full party calendar, whatever that looks like for you. Whatever your goal is for your party calendar, that is your goal every single month. Everything else in this business stems from that party calendar. So if your party calendar isn't where you want it to be, that's what I want you to focus on. So just remember that everything comes from the party. And when you have a full calendar, you're in the flow. You're going to be able to talk about the business. You're going to be adding team members. All that stuff comes after that. But the hardest part is to getting your calendar full and keeping it full. So if you can get up every single morning and look at that party calendar, see where you're at with your host coaching, it really, really, really makes a big difference in your party. And again, when you do those things, you're creating that confidence. You're stacking those bricks. All right. Let's stack the bricks, you guys. Stack the bricks. All right. Thank you again for listening to the host coaching, all of the things. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys thought and what resonated with you and what happens to your business when you host coach successfully. All right. Have a great day.